What's up, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. In today's episode, I'm joined by Chin, and we'll be breaking down my updated top 20 of all time. This ranking is an evolution from the season 19 list. I've revisited the criteria, reevaluated performances, and adjusted the placements based on new information and changing perspectives. Before I get into the lists, let's get our terms right. The definition of all-time greatness is the combination of a player's impact on winning, dominance over their era, individual skill, chart production, longevity, and career accomplishments. Before we get into the main list, let's start with the honorable mentions. These people did not make the list, but will be mentioned. Princess Tom, Jordan, Brandon, Miss Double Double, and Joe. Now let's start at 20. At number 20, I have Reggie. Reggie had a strong career and was one of the standouts of his era. He led his team to the finals in Season 6 and was one of the top players in the league that year. If there had been a Conference Player of the Year award, he would have earned it. At number 19, I have Seth. I ranked Seth above Reggie because of her major impact on Detroit winning the championship in Season 15. She's a great all-around player, an elite defender, and played a key role in that title run. I'm keeping this brief since I don't want the video to run too long. At number 18, I have Xavier. Xavier is the most talented shooter of all time. He led his team to the finals in Season 15, won multiple three-point contest titles, earned several all-first team selections, and consistently performed at a Tier S/A level. I put him above Seth because he has more weighted awards, a bigger impact on the game, and is simply a better overall player. At number 17, I have Christmas. Yes, Christmas is already at 17 even though her prime just began. Since Season 17, she has dominated the league and became the first undisputed MVP as a point guard, and the first undisputed MVP overall since Kun and T-Mac. In my opinion, an undisputed MVP is the most meaningful award a player can earn. That's why I have her ranked above Seth and Xavier. At 16, I got Emily. Yes, I got Emily at 16. Let me say why. Nah, I'm just playing. But for real, at 16, I got KD. KD was the best pure scorer of his era, winning 2 MVPs and 2 rings. And I hate when people say there was no finals, like that somehow invalidates him. They gave him those rings for a reason. If a finals existed in that era, KD is the guy who would have made it and won. Let's keep it a beam. He dominated his era, and that deserves respect. At 15, I got Biggie. Yes, I'm not joking. I have Biggie at 15. A lot has changed, and there's a lot of good players on this list. Biggie was a good center for his era. He could have been higher if he didn't get bitched by every single center he went up against. Shaq, Barry, Joe, KG, Kid. He always gets little bruh by these players.
Yeah, that nigga is low-key ass. Nigga hurry and retired as soon as the league got more comp. He would have been the next Jamarian. Ass. Imagine how ass you gotta be if they let you push niggas and you still miss the layup. He would even take his time to make sure he'll make it but still miss. Ass.
That's funny. But anyways, next.
Nah, fuck that shit. That nigga's ass. Fat fucking slob. I'm talking about some sumo wrestling looking ass nigga, tight do-rag wearing ass nigga, a light-skinned fat guy with hang time looking ass nigga. That nigga dips Oreos in Lithuanian beer. Nasty ass nigga. I remember this nigga took a shit and didn't even wipe his ass because he didn't feel like it. Nasty ass nigga. And that nigga got zero family or a wife. Lonely ass nigga. That nigga is ass fuck. Man fuck. Fuck.
Anyways, at 14, I got Barry. Let's talk about greatness. 39 to 1-2 season run, 2 rings, 4-time rebounding champion. Like, come on. Barry is one of the greatest centers of all time and completely dominated his era. And yes, he is better than Biggie. The nigga 39 to 1 and Biggie struggles to get a positive record. So how the fuck is the other nigga better? Let's use common fucking sense. At number 13, I've got Kid. Kid is the best center of the modern era and the all-time leader in triple doubles. He could do everything: shoot, playmake, score, rebound, and impact the game on both ends. He played a major role in every single one of his championships and was a key piece of the Phoenix dynasty. His resume is stacked: 3 rings, multiple all-first team selections, all-offensive nods, rebounding titles, and the all-time record for triple-doubles. He's also one of the top 10 scorers in Mega 3 history. Kid is without question one of the greatest centers of all time, and I'm getting sick of niggas comparing him to Princess, like Princess's ass. Let's analyze her career. Her rewards: Conference Player of the Year and some weak-ass Western Conference rewards. Compare her reward to Kid's. It's laughable. She's ass and overrated as fuck. Hasn't accomplished anything on Hall of Fame level, and never won a main reward. At number 12, I have Atu. Atu is one of the greatest power forwards of all time. He racked up multiple all-first-team selections, all defensive honors, and consistently performed at a Tier S level. I'd also say he's the best shooting big man in history. No debate there. And honestly, with the way his career is trending, he's on track to surpass some of the players ahead of him on this list in no time. At number 11, I have Emily. Emily is the greatest Western Conference player of all time. Her peak came in seasons 13 and 14, where she played at an elite level and looked like she was on track to be a top 10 lock. She would have ranked higher, but from seasons 15 through 18, she didn't make a first or second team. And in some of those seasons, she didn't make any team at all. It's hard to play someone higher when they're not consistently competing for best point guard in the league. And while she did reach the finals in season 13, it was a sweep by, which also affects her all-time placement. Now let's get into the top 10. At number 10, I have KG. KG was the best power forward of the Mega 3 era, and he dominated on every level: scoring, shooting, rebounding, and defending. At his peak, he was flat out unstoppable. His resume speaks for itself. Multiple all-first-team selections, 2 rings, an MVP, and a collection of gold-level contest awards in rebounding, shot blocking, and more. KG was a complete force in his era and one of the most well-rounded bigs the league has ever seen. The thing is about old players. We forget what they did in their eras. So I advise you to rewatch old games to be reminded, then debate on who's better. At number 9, I have Isaiah. Isaiah is the greatest two-way player of all time. He could score, defend, and impact the game on both ends at the highest level. Over his career, he won a scoring title, 2 rings, multiple three-point contest championships, and earned several all-first-team selections. For a long stretch, he was unquestionably one of the best shooting guards in the league. At 8, I got Kobe. I got Kobe at 8 because he is one of the best scorers of all time. MVP, all-time leading scorer in Mega 3. The most clutch player of all time, one of the best scorers of all time, all first teams, and was the best shooting guard from Mega 3 season 1 to 13. And yeah, Kobe is better than Isaiah. Isaiah never contested for an MVP, never in his career. He was a great shooter and scorer, but most of his success comes from his good teammates. Let's not forget, if it wasn't for time, he wouldn't even be in the discussion. Tom fucking saved his ass. I could make a separate video on why Kobe is better, but not right now. That season, Joe and Tom saved his ass. At number 7, I have Griffin. As much as I don't like him personally, I can put my biases aside and be logical. Unlike some people. Smile. I bet you're smiling right now. Griffin is one of the best forwards of all time. He made 2 finals appearances, was an MVP contender for 4 years, and led his team to the finals twice. He's the best Western Conference scorer of all time. With his combination of rewards, skill, and talent, he easily earns the number 7 spot on this list. Basically, Steve is the Western Conference Kun, just like his dad, making him proud. At number 6, I have Victor. Griffin might be better than Victor right now, but Victor's overall impact makes him greater in my ranking. He's a 6-time undisputed Defensive Player of the Year, a 4-time ring winner, and contributed significantly in all of them. Victor is the best defender of all time, and he never missed the playoffs once in his career, which shows just how much impact he brings to his team. He probably could have had a strong MVP case if defense counted in Mega 3 Season 1. Victor could move up in the rankings if he proves he can carry a team as a leader, but for now, he sits at number 6. At number 5, I have Henry. Before you freak out, let me explain. Henry has incredible longevity and is easily one of the most accomplished players of all time. Over his career, he has Led the league in assists 6 times, earned 2 first-team and 2 second-team selections, been an MVP candidate 4 times, made all defensive teams 4 times, won Eastern Conference Player of the Year, would have been the best player in the East if not for Kun, achieved Tier S status 4 times, made the playoffs every year he played in the 5-on-5 era, reaching the finals multiple times. Henry's consistency, accolades, and impact make him a clear top 5 player all time. He is also the best playmaker and defender Victor Athey. At number 4, I have Janis. Janis is one of the most efficient players of all time, even posting a season averaging over 40 points on 74% shooting. He led his team to the finals twice and never missed the playoffs in the modern era. He was also the first player in the modern era to go undefeated in a season. If it weren't for Kun in season 16, Janis would have easily claimed an MVP. Over his career, he earned multiple All-FBL team selections and consistently delivered in the playoffs. Simply put, Janis is one of the all-time greats. At number 3, I have T-Mac. T-Mac is the best scorer in history if we exclude Kun. He's also the greatest three-point shooting small forward of all time. Over his career, he earned multiple scoring goals, though some were limited by Kun, was an MVP contender several times, led his team to the playoffs consistently, and won 2 MVP awards. T-Mac's scoring ability, efficiency, and consistency make him an undeniable top 3 player all time. At number 2, I have Shaq. Shaq was easily the most dominant player of his era. Even taking a season off strategically to let others step up didn't diminish his legacy. He is the best scoring center of all time relative to his era, and in his prime, he was unstoppable, dominating every aspect of the game. That combination of dominance, skill, and impact is why he earns the number 2 spot all time. Y'all need to stop disrespecting Shaq. Y'all do realize when he did a layup, niggas would fall down. Nigga is simply the most strongest player. He would dominate this era. He's too strong. Last but not least is Kun. No explanation needed. Thanks for watching, and here's the list. You can read it right here. And before y'all start talking trash about my list, make your own and see if your reasoning contests with mine.